Step into the game. We the Curry brothers, night and day network. We bring awareness to the community, spreading consciousness. With the truth we chase greatness. In the darkness we shine like the brightest stars, using our platform to break mental prisons. You know who we are. From the streets to the stage, we never back down. Constantly evolving, we wear the crown. Mindful warriors, we're changing the game. Never staying the same. Night and day network, we're here to stay. Bring awareness and consciousness every single.
Don't be fooled by the internet. It's cool to get on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you. It's cool to use the computer, don't let the computer use you. You all saw The Matrix. There's a war going on, the battlefield's in the mind. The prize is the soul.
All right, we back on.
What in the hell is going on out here?
We back on and we live, so let's come on in.
Man,
Get
on in here. We about to about to have another fire live on talk about the Diddy situation and give y'all more updates.
Come on in.
Man. That's all. I mean, some people saying this Diddy stuff is a distraction. You know what I'm saying, from other stuff that's taking place right now. I think I heard Dr. Umar say the same thing about a distraction. It's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, it is distracting from a lot of other stuff that's going on. And like other people were saying, he's not the only celebrity, and we just sitting back waiting for more names to come up.
Well, he's the biggest celebrity right now, no Diddy. So
right.
It's going off based off, and there's a lot of things that's coming out. You know what I mean, or resurfacing, for that matter. Resurfacing. More things is coming out about this man. So this is what this is what they want everybody to focus on, right? Diddy, right?
Well, the thing is, Diddy knows a lot. So even though he's a distraction that can cause a lot of he could expose a lot of people in the game. It's like if he's going down, he could take a lot of people with him. You gotta understand, he's been around a lot of powerful people. And it's rumors floating around that the mayor's office in New York is tied to Diddy. The corruption that's going on in there is tied to Diddy.
Oh, you're talking about Eric Adams and his
Eric Adams, and his team, yeah. They saying that Diddy was tied in with Diddy. That's why he had the key to the city.
I can believe that.
That's
Shout out to y'all just coming ahead.
Yeah, that's
y'all click that like button. Before we get started, click the like button if you haven't yet, because you know we got to get started.
Push the button. Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
Let's get it. Come on in. All right, come on, man. All right, so recently, Lisa Evers posted on her, I guess she visited the prison, did a report in front of the prison about the living conditions of how he living in there right now. So let's go ahead and jump into that before we get into the, his food situation. Well, lack of.
Well, Bianca, we're here at the Metropolitan Detention Center, the MDC. It's a federal jail that houses criminal kingpins and killers who are awaiting the resolution of their cases. Now, for the first time in his life, accused sex trafficker Sean Diddy Combs spent the weekend here behind bars in solitary confinement and on suicide watch. MDC is a tough place, so rough you can hear detainees shouting even on the streets. There are constant lockdowns due to violent outbreaks, but former detainees I spoke spoke with tell me that the experience here for Diddy will be different. Like other first-time celebrity defendants, he's reportedly under suicide watch, basically naked except for hospital paper, throwaway clothing, and rubber shower shoes. He's under 24-hour watch and kept separate from all other inmates. He has a bed with a blanket and no pillow. There are no electronic devices, but if he's lucky, he'll have the use of a radio for a short time. After being denied bail twice by 2 federal judges, he's expected to stay here until his trial, and this could limit his ability to prepare his defense. Many criminal defense attorneys say he's fighting a mountain of evidence and tough prosecution from the government's all-female team. I spoke with federal trial attorney Philip Hamilton, and he tells me when a defendant is behind bars at MDC, it's much more difficult to work on their defense, no matter who they are. There is no private VIP area for lawyer consults. Here's what Hamilton told me.
Even in terms of just being able to converse with his lawyer, he's going to be doing it down in the regular waiting room with everyone else. You know, I can tell you from my experience there were times when I would go to interview clients, let's say during the course of R. Kelly's trial, I would see him right there speaking with his lawyers, just the same as everyone else was down there speaking with their lawyers and visiting with their family members. There's no special wing.
Now, other defense attorneys tell me that with this particular jail, there are other issues as well that present difficulties to putting together an effective defense, namely the lack of reliable Wi-Fi or high-speed Wi-Fi. And in a case like Diddy's, which prosecutors say has hundreds of terabytes of data involved in the evidence, that could present a real problem. Now, he can continue to appeal the no bail decision, but that may take too long. We'll have much more for you on this on the Fox 5 News at 5.
Yeah, the conditions ain't good for him. Like, so there's no special privileges for him. He don't get no special room where he meet with his lawyer, and he got to meet right down in the waiting room like the rest of them do. So the rest of the prisoners down there talking to their lawyers, he right there, right amongst them talking to his lawyer. Shit, that prison is crazy as hell.
I'm over here right now at MDC in Brooklyn. This is where Sean Diddy Combs and about 1,200 other people, men and women, mostly men. You can hear some of the shouting that's going on from outside.
They loud as shit in there.
And we'll be live here at noon.
So they trying to get him moved. His lawyer trying to get him moved to another jail. Yeah, they trying to get him moved to another jail. It ain't really working out for that man in there. Damn, they got him in the paper. They got that man in the paper cover up John with he ain't got no damn blanket and no pillow.
Because he's on suicide watch, so he can't have nothing there.
Nothing that he can hang himself with.
Right.
I know that got to suck, boy.
Hell yeah, that sucks. He going from sleeping on lavish plush, you know what I mean? Probably $30,000-$40,000 beds and all that type of stuff, to sleeping on that hard ass surface with just a sheet, no pillow. You know what I'm saying?
Not even a sheet. Ain't no sheet. Get a paper sheet.
Not a sheet, but like a blanket. Yeah. They said he had. They did give him a blanket. That's what I meant.
Right. He don't even get a blanket. No, he get everything he get is paper. Pretty much. They don't want nothing he can hang himself with.
Well, even if it's a paper blanket. Yeah, that's wild. Just give him one big ass newspaper to cover up with him on the headlines.
All right, Daily Nook. You stupid, bro.
Like, just that's paper too. Might as well give him a big ass newspaper to cover up with his damn face on there.
All right. So let's get into this. So let's get into his stop eating situation. So he basically, like I said the other day on a live stream, he ain't really gonna eat that food. He don't trust it. He feel like they gonna try to poison him. I mean, the food alone is probably just poison anyway.
There you go. That's just what I was about to say.
But I think he's more so fear that someone's gonna poison him, period, to shut him up. You know what I'm saying? So he not eating nothing. He don't trust nothing. He ain't eating nothing. I mean, I wonder if What is? But see, they don't really get no special privilege because I'm about to say whatever if his lawyer brought him food up there, I don't even think they'll even allow that. Now he can get a religion meal, but that's still coming from out the kitchen. I don't think he eating anything from commissary or anything that's coming from out that kitchen, bro. Diddy in there getting skinny as hell.
He could request for his meal to be halal or something like
that.
that.
Yeah, but the thing is,
and they're prepared a certain way.
Yeah, but it's still coming out that kitchen though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So,
but I guess they say you'll have a better chance with, kosher or halal.
Yeah.
Options. Even when you flying on a plane, they say it's better to order halal or kosher, which is the same thing.
Right. So we're going to get into this News Nation interview they did with somebody from the former inmate that's going to speak on this matter. So if y'all ain't hit that like button yet, please make sure y'all hit that like button. Shout out to y'all just coming in here. We got over 200 people in here so far, so just coming in. Go ahead and smash that like button before we go ahead and get into this this clip.
Push the button. Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
Let's go ahead and get into this.
And the update comes via our friend Larry Levine, who has a source close to the investigation. Larry is a former federal prisoner himself who served time at 11 institutions across 5 states and is founder and director of Wall Street Prison Consultants. He advises people who are about to face the same plight, and he joins me now live. Okay, Larry, spill the tea. What are you hearing about Diddy's eating?
Well, I got an inside source there at MDC, and if they knew who it was, they'd really plots. When people go into custody, they have anxiety, they're depressed, a lot of things go through their mind. And one of the things they do is they stop eating. They lose a lot of weight. Look at somebody coming out of prison. They look like a POW or something, but they've been through the ringer. Now, there's a collateral issue that may be here. Look what happened to Jeff Epstein. I got people every day saying, you think they're going to Epstein him? And I go, well, I really don't know. But they can't have this guy do a suicide. It would look kind of funny. Now, imagine if somebody got to one of the correctional officers, and this could happen. They don't make a lot of money. And there's people out there that he has things on that do have a substantial amount of money. Imagine if someone paid someone off on the inside to actually poison his food, give him a heart attack, and he dies. And no one would really think anything of it. So that may be one of the reasons he's not eating. He's really, really paranoid. He's really, really scared. He doesn't know what to think. He doesn't know who to trust or what to believe. Then he had a religious visit also, and a dietitian come talk to him. Now, there's a possibility that he wants to go on a kosher diet. It's prepared a little bit differently. It's like it's a religious diet. That could be another aspect as well. But I remember when I first went into custody at MDC Los Angeles, and I didn't eat for a couple of days, but this guy's been there about a week now. So he should be in a routine. And there's just so much, Ashley, there is so much disinformation that comes out. Like he has to get up at 6 o'clock to make his bed and mop his cell. That's for a regular housing unit at MDC. He's not getting out of the shoe. He doesn't have to make his bed, really. He's probably laying in bed all day long, just stewing and thinking. So the situation and the conditions for him are completely different than it would be for a regular inmate. So
talk to me, Larry, about... Yeah, talk to me about the potential that this could be a protest, because, Ghislaine Maxwell famously said some pretty strident things about the MDC Brooklyn lockup and the food and how terrible it was, and that she had been losing a ton of weight. Is it possible this is a protest?
Well, at several BOP institutions, Federal Bureau of Prisons, institutions across the country, there's food strikes going on where people are refusing to eat because of the quality of the food and the way they're being treated. And that could have carried over to MDC. But on the other hand, he's sitting in the shoe. How did he hear about it? Unless he bought the little overpriced Sony Walkman radio. I bet they let him have that. Or maybe he talked to somebody on the phone on a limited call that told him, yeah, they're having a hunger strike, and he's joining in that. Remember, the food is bland. The food is a lot of carbohydrates. It's kind of it fills you up, but you get sick eating it. I mean, there's mold in a lot of that food. The food coming to him is cold. It's not coming to him warm like it would be in a regular housing unit, because they feed the people in the shoe last. Maybe he got sick from the food. That's another possibility. I mean, they may.
I can guarantee if he ate something out of that kitchen, he got sick, bro. Because you're not gonna go from eating the way he eats good to eating that and think your body ain't gonna feel that transition right away. He needs some zeolite. That man needs some zeolite. Some zeolite Zia ate up in that cell.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? To detox himself. Real talk. If he ate some of that food, he's sick, bro. The food is nasty any damn way. So
hell yeah, that food is nasty. They don't give a shit about those prisoners up there. That's sad too.
What?
Because even a prisoner should be able to get a good meal.
All right. Yeah.
The hell?
Actually be moving him. Maybe he's concerned and his lawyer's concerned. As I said,
do you know,
about
Larry,
somebody
if he's still
killing
on
him.
suicide watch? Is he still on suicide watch?
He's still on suicide watch. The shrink is coming to see him several times a day, and at MDC they hand out psych meds like they're handing out M&Ms. So I don't know if he's taking them, but they're certainly available to him. I took them in MDC.
I agree with that.
Time,
Chris Edwards ain't got to eat nothing to be poisoned. That's true. They can poison him without feeding him anything.
He's having problems
That's
sleeping.
True.
And after I took it one time, you play a lot of chess in there, you do a lot of reading. I wasn't able to engage anybody. I couldn't think. I turned into a zombie, and after taking it one time, I stopped taking them.
Thanks for watching. Go to join.
Yeah, we said he wasn't going to eat that food anyway, bro. Because that I mean, that food is disgusting. Now he might be eating some type of fruit or something. You know what I mean? Depending on if they bringing him some fruit or anything like that, then yeah, I could see him.
That'd be his best bet.
Yeah, but the Mills himself, the Mills ain't it.
His best bet is to eat a whole fruit and probably hard-boiled eggs.
Right.
That's the only thing that's worth eating.
Yep.
Hard-boiled eggs, you know what I'm saying, that you gotta crack the shell yourself. And probably apple, or orange or something like that. Yep. Anything else? Yeah.
Yep. All right, so before we get into this Diddy alleged, it's another person speaking out again. During a press conference, alleged Diddy victim, another Diddy victim coming forward and suing him. They did a press conference earlier, so we're gonna get into that. Before we jump into that, let's go ahead and jump into a quick commercial. This live stream is
it's sponsored by nightandayherbals.com, man. If you're looking for a good detox, we got the zeolite in stock. It's a 5-star product. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Let's get into it.
It's helping people with all types of things like inflammation in their body and helping people, you know what I mean, with the people got fluid and stuff, holding on to fluid retention and all that. It helps people with that. So let's
go ahead and get into this commercial.
A lot of fluid, man.
Yeah, let's get into this commercial.
Detox, definitely a good solution.
So stay tuned. We'll be right back after this commercial.
Do you have neurological pain, chest pain, heart palpitations, headaches, brain fog, anxiety, insomnia, fatigue, and abdominal discomfort? With all the environmental disasters and contaminants plaguing our land, water, air, and food, we need something to counteract all the pollution that is making us sick. This is where zeolite comes to the rescue. Millions of people have been using detoxification supplements to remove harmful toxins, pollutants, heavy toxic metals, as well as to balance pH levels. Lower the risk of risks like cold and flu, support the immune system, and improve nutrient absorption. What is zeolite? Zeolite is a volcanic ash that forms over time when ash and lava react with alkalized water, resulting in a compound with a very strong cage-like structure and a negative charge. Zeolite is one of the most fascinating and powerful nature remedies available. Great to detox and balance your body. Health benefits of detoxing. The removal of excess heavy metals can improve overall health. Detoxification helps balance a body's pH levels. This product provides 30 capsules, 1 month supply, ships within 3 days. Purchase now at Night and Day, netmarket.com, and haven't been evaluated by the FDA. We do not claim our product cure or treat any ailments. Please consult with your medical health care provider to see if Zio Aid will be right for you.
All right, we back. Please make sure y'all hit that like button if you're just coming up in here. And the links to the shop is in the description of this video and in the pin to the top of the chat. So make sure y'all go over there and shop with us, 90dayherbals.com. All right, let's go ahead and get into this new victim, man, that came forward on about Diddy. Now they say it was a tape, but the lawyer says she didn't watch the tape yet, but they said it's a tape involving this one. And this supposedly had happened back in 2001. So let's go ahead and get into this, man. This is the press conference that they just had maybe over an hour and a half ago or so. So let's go ahead and get into this, man. If y'all ain't, what we looking like on them likes, though? All right, come on, y'all. Let's get them likes up a little bit more real quick. Let's go ahead and get into this, man.
Facts. Definitely smash that button. It's just like more and more stuff coming out about this man.
All right. So that's the lawyer that was involved with Is that Gloria?
Thank you for coming today. I'm attorney Gloria Allred, and with me is our client, plaintiff Thalia Graves. Today we filed.
She look like Cassie a little bit, don't she?
District Court, Southern District of New York.
Diddy sure know how to pick him.
Thalia Graves, who is given
Allegedly
permission to use her name. The case number of the 26-page complaint is 1:24-CV-07-201. In her lawsuit, Thalia, through her attorneys, sues Sean Diddy Combs, also known as the defendant, and another individual and other entities. The complaint alleges in part in the first cause of action that defendant Combs and another defendant committed a, quote, violation of New York City Victims of Gender-Motivated Violence Protection Act by viciously and violently forcing sexual contact, oral sex, and sexual intercourse on the plaintiff, end quote. In addition, the complaint alleges in the second cause of action that defendant Combs and another defendant committed a violation of New York civil rights law, quote, section 52-B, end quote, by, quote, raping plaintiff and recording it. Defendants caused plaintiff to be depicted in a video image, unclothed and with intimate body parts exposed, and engaged in sexual conduct with another person, end quote. The lawsuit also alleges that, quote, defendant Combs and another defendant published and or disseminated the videos without plaintiff's knowledge or consent. On information and belief, defendants have continued to disseminate the video, including by selling it as pornography through the present, end quote. In our complaint, we ask that, quote, defendants should be ordered to account for and destroy all copies of the video that are in their actual or constructive possession, custody, or control, end quote. And that, quote, defendants should be temporarily and permanently enjoined from further disseminating or publishing any intimate videos of plaintiff, end quote. We also allege in the third cause of action that Combs and another defendant committed a violation of New York City Administrative Code, section 10-180, quote, recording and showing others the video of themselves violently raping the plaintiff. And the defendants disclosed an intimate image of plaintiff without her consent, end quote. As a result of these and other allegations in our complaint, we request that judgment be entered against defendants as follows. Awarding compensatory damages for all physical injuries, emotional distress, psychological harm, anxiety, humiliation, physical and emotional pain and suffering, family and social disruption, and other harm in an amount to be determined at trial. Awarding punitive damages in an amount to be determined at trial. Awarding attorney's fees and costs pursuant to any applicable statute or law, including under New York City Administrative Code, section 10-1104, New York Civil Rights Law, section 52-B2, New York City Administrative Code, section 10-180, and any other applicable statute or law.
Yeah, she's a high-profile attorney. Yep.
That the court may deem just and proper. As a result of what is alleged in the lawsuit, Thalia alleges that she
they send the star whackers after you.
Among other damages, emotional harm, including mental anguish, emotional distress, humiliation, and physical damage. In a few minutes, Thalia will speak to the impact and harm that she has suffered and continues to suffer. She will take this courageous step because she thinks that it is important that the public understand the impact that rape and other criminal acts have on those who have been victimized. Often victims do not speak publicly about the specific damages that criminal acts cause them. Some of the many reasons that victims do not speak out publicly about this include being ashamed or shamed for this. But we believe that victims should not be shamed, and instead those who committed the criminal acts against them should be ashamed and take responsibility for the harm that they have caused victims to suffer. We are very proud of Thalia for speaking out today in order to help victims of rape and other acts of sexual violence against them. In addition, we thank our co-counsel, Marianne Wang, Heather Gregoria, and Jasly Liriano for their exceptional legal work on this complaint. Our goal for Thalia is very simple. We want justice for her, and we are looking forward to winning it. It is long overdue for those who have caused her to suffer to be held accountable.
Star Whackers, bro. They sent the Star Whackers after Diddy.
So she got cry. She crying. She crying and shit. Man, bro.
Diddy wasn't the only one. Go ahead and tell him.
Sexually assaulted has been incredibly deep and hard to put into words. It goes beyond just physical harm caused by and during the assault. It's a pain that reaches into your very core of who you are and leaving emotional scars that may never fully heal. Some of the hardest parts of this pain are the shame and the guilt I have experienced that plays a negative part in my day-to-day ability to function properly. Being blamed, questioned, and threatened has often made me feel worthless, isolated, and sometimes responsible for what happened to me. My family issues made the pain even worse. I was already going through a divorce at the time of the assault and did not get the support that I needed. I was also faced with disbelief and judgment. This has put a strain on my selection of men and relationships. But many relationships became aggressive and abusive, which has made me feel even more alone in my struggles. I go through spells of being distant and withdrawn that it's sometimes so hard to leave my house. The trauma of the assault has taken a toll on my mental health. I've had PTSD, depression, and anxiety. I'm emotionally scarred. It has been hard for me to trust others, to form healthy relationships, or even feel safe in my own skin.
Yeah, that's the volume.
Flashbacks, nightmares, and intrusive thoughts make me feel like it's a constant struggle.
Until the time gets gone.
I also suffer with physical problems such as chronic pain, sexual discomfort. The violation I have experienced during the assault has had lasting effects on my body, causing ongoing health problems and complications. The combination of physical and emotional pain has created a cycle of suffering from which it is so hard to break free. I want to continue on this journey towards recovery and healing. I'm glad that he is locked up, but that's a temporary feeling of relief.
Thalia is not going to be taking any questions, but I'll be happy to take some questions.
Gloria, can you talk about the context of this assault? What, where, when, what occasion?
Question is, can I speak about the context of this alleged assault? No.
Gloria, can you just speak on, I know it's difficult for your client going through this, but what prompted her to come forward now?
It was time to file this lawsuit.
Gloria, what do you know about the video that was allegedly recorded during the conversation?
Question is, what do I know about the video that was recorded?
Yeah, what do you know? Where is it now? Is it still? Where's the video?
Yeah. There are many details in the complaint. The complaint alleges that it was taken without her knowledge and consent, that she wouldn't have consented, that it was then published and viewed by others, and may still be out there being viewed.
Gloria, did the allegations in this complaint overlap in any way with the criminal charges against Mr. Combs?
The question is, does this complaint overlap with the criminal charges that have been filed? My understanding of the criminal charges are that the charges are sex trafficking, RICO, and transportation of a prostitute. We are not alleging any of those criminal charges in our complaint.
Has she been in touch with federal prosecutors?
Question is, have I been in touch?
I said you or your client been in touch with federal prosecutors about her allegations?
About this? I have no comment.
Gloria, what about a grand jury?
Pardon me?
Grand jury, federal prosecutors, or grand jury, has Ms. Graves spoke to either?
Is the question, has she testified before the grand jury? Is that the question? Let's put it this way. I never comment on whether any of my clients have testified before the grand jury or will testify before the grand jury, since the grand jury is a secret proceeding.
Gloria, this other defendant in the video, alleged defendant, is this a celebrity?
Is the other defendant alleged to be in the video? And what was the remainder of your question?
Is that person, that alleged defendant, is that person a celebrity?
Is the person that has not been named by me a celebrity? Not as far as I know.
Gloria, as disturbing as the video may be, have you yourself laid eyes on the video?
Have I looked at the video? No. I have not viewed the video, nor do I wish to view the video, nor should anyone else view the video, with the exception of if law enforcement and a court believe that they should and are permitted to view a pornographic video as evidence in the case. If they have it, then that would be it.
Gloria, just to be clear.
We don't ever view pornographic videos, even if they might end up being evidence in the case. And we do not transmit any such video, if we have it, to any other person, because we do not think it is permitted under the law.
Gloria, Elizabeth Wagmeister from CNN.
Would you please speak up? It's hard to hear you.
Yeah, sorry, I'm back here and a bit short. In the complaint, you noted that your client learned about this video in November 2023. That is around the time of the first public lawsuit, at least against Sean Combs from his ex-girlfriend Cassie. I'm curious how you and your client learned about the existence of this video.
You're saying that this incident is alleged to have occurred about the time of another lawsuit having been filed? I'm sorry, I can't understand your question.
Per the complaint, this alleged incident occurred in 2001, but your client learned about the existence of the video in 2023, more than 20 years after. I'm curious how she learned about the existence of that video.
Yeah, so the question is, she alleges that the incident took place in 2001, but you are saying that it is alleged in the complaint that was filed that she learned about it in 2022. And then the question is, how did she learn about it? We have no comment in response to that question.
Gloria, has Diddy reached out to your client?
Excuse me?
Has Diddy reached out to your client?
Question is, has Diddy reached out to her? We will not comment on that either.
Gloria, I know this is very difficult for your players, but would you be able to share a little bit of her background? Where did she come from? Or what did she do? Can you give us some details about your client?
No, I can't provide further details about where she came from or what she does.
Gloria, to your knowledge, has any law enforcement agency reviewed this video for possible criminal charges?
So is the question, has any law enforcement agency
Viewed the video for possible criminal
viewed
charges?
the video? I'm not able to answer that question.
Your client says that she was threatened.
She ain't answering none of them questions.
Can you elaborate on those threats?
Question is, can I elaborate on the allegation that she was threatened after the attacks? And no, because really I'm not able to comment on or expand upon any evidence or anything that might have evidentiary value at this time.
Or there's an allegation in the lawsuit that the video was made available for sale. Can you elaborate on that? And does Mr. Combs?
There's an allegation that the video was made available to whom?
For sale?
Oh, that was made available for sale.
That's new. There have been other accusers, other women who have said that they believe they were filmed and that the videos were shared. But I think this might be the first complaint allegation that the video was made available for sale somehow.
I have not compared what we have alleged in the lawsuit to what others have previously alleged in their lawsuits. So I can't tell you whether this is the first that has alleged that this video was made available for sale or not.
Would Mr. Combs be involved in that alleged sale?
Yeah, there are no other details that we can provide.
Remember they say he was selling them tapes on the dark market, on the dark web. Tapes of Justin Bieber on there, Usher, but that, all that's alleged because there ain't no proof come out of that yet. So
In reference to the videos.
You filed it today.
Yes, the lawsuit was filed this morning. And we have a case number, which I have provided, and we will pass around and provide my statement, which includes the case number. And this is part of the first page of the complaint. So you want to stand up? And there is a redaction on what we're showing you. So just to tell you.
And to your right, please.
This is the first page in part and redacted.
Talia, to your left, please.
Pardon me?
Talia, on your right, if you both can look this way. And right below that.
Oh, okay.
And one more this way, please.
And I'll leave this on the table.
Gloria, there's a few networks here that are Spanish speaking. We're wondering if your client was able to give a statement in Spanish. You speak Spanish?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I do not understand your question.
remember she represented the Nicole Brown family in the OJ case, and she won that stuff. So yeah, I don't think she's in it to lose. So she might have got something here, because I don't think she would be taking this case if she's in it to lose. Trust me.
After you're done with the English section of the press conference, if your client speaks in Spanish, will she be able to give us a few words in Spanish?
No, she please pronounce her name on camera just so we have the correct.
Talia Graves.
Thank you so much.
Ms. Gloria, are you in contact with the person who told your client about the video described in the lawsuit?
We cannot disclose who we're in contact with in order to have investigated this claim or any investigation that may ensue after this press conference.
Gloria,
I want to add that if any other person has any evidence that might relate to our complaint, we, of course, would be happy to speak on a confidential basis with any person who may wish to contact us and provide us whatever evidence they wish to provide, and we would thank them for it.
Your client has said that she suffered years and years of trauma, depression, anxiety because of this alleged attack. Did she come to you after the indictment last week? I'm asking because I'm wondering if those
Okay, the question is, did she come to me after the indictment last week? No.
And as a follow-up, how is your client feeling after those 3 charges were brought against Holmes, even though he denies them?
How is she feeling after
The charges?
after the criminal charges
Yes.
were filed?
Yes.
And that he has been arraigned? Okay. You want to comment? No, we're not having her comment. I'm sorry. I would say overall it's been a very stressful and anxiety producing experience, and she's lived with all of it for many years and is reliving it now. I think she did comment on how she felt about the criminal charges at the end of her statement, and I'm not going to ask her to answer any other questions. With all due respect, it's a fair question, but she's just not going to be answering questions today.
Gloria, can you tell us how your client came to meet Diddy?
How can I tell you how my client
met Diddy?
Met Diddy? I am not going to expand on those details at this press conference, but any member of the public or press, is of course permitted to see whatever is in the complaint that has been filed in the Southern District of New York.
Gloria, has your client been in contact with any other victims?
Has my client been in contact with any other victims or alleged victims? I'm unable to comment on anyone with whom she has been in contact or who has contacted her, because those would be private conversations. So we will maintain the privacy of those conversations. For one thing, I don't know if whomever contacted her wanted their conversation to be confidential. So I can't comment on that. Thank you for the question.
Gloria,
Anything else?
Yes, Gloria, this tape, was it secretly made, or was your client aware that she was being taped during the alleged assault, and now it's not out, but the tape is out there? Or did she never even know that she was being taped during the alleged assault?
I can't comment on the degree of consciousness or lack of consciousness or awareness of Thalia during the alleged rape and during the alleged video taping of the rape. I can say that she would never have consented to the videotaping and did not consent and did not authorize the videotaping, in the same way that she alleges that she would never have consented to be victimized in the way that she alleges that she was. And I think you could see today how upsetting it was for Thalia to have to learn and experience what she alleges that she did learn and experience from that horrific time.
Talia, I'm sorry. Gloria, are you representing any other women that may also be suing?
Am I representing any other women?
Other than her, that are
In reference
suing
to,
that are
or
suing
men,
specifically?
or men, in reference to
Diddy?
Diddy. Yes,
So there's other claims. There are other.
this is the first lawsuit that we have filed. And in answer to a question which you have not yet asked, but probably will, am I going to file other lawsuits? I just don't have any comment on that at this time. Any other questions?
So I didn't hear you when I asked if you would be able to comment in Spanish. If she speaks in Spanish.
No. The answer is no. She is not going to be doing any interviews in English, Spanish, or any other language.
But she speaks Spanish.
But thank you for asking.
Does she speak Spanish?
I don't know. Any other questions?
I just have one last question, Gloria.
Okay.
As far as the video
One
goes,
last question.
One
Go
last
ahead.
question. As far as the video goes, do you know, or does your client know, if there has been more than one copy or multiple people have a version of the video?
I'm not able to comment on whether we know if there is more than one copy of the video. If there is any witness who wishes to contact me confidentially to tell me that they know that someone else has a copy, or that they have seen it or been told that someone else saw it online, we would be happy to speak to that person. Is there? I think that's
No,
all.
Gloria, just one more question. Just for our reporting purposes, is she a New York native?
Is she a New York
native?
Native. I can't tell you at this time if she is a New York native. She does not reside in New York at this time. Okay, thank you so much for coming, and we're going to hand out copies of our statements.
All right, y'all. All right.
You know what this remind me of? A lot of people said they couldn't hear it. They couldn't. It was too low. I guess we did the whole press conference low. I don't know.
Yeah, it was like that.
But yeah, you know what this remind me of? All these motherfuckers coming out against Diddy and then these high profile lawyers and all this. What Randy Quaid was saying about the star whackers. When they come after a certain celebrity, when they ready to take a high profile celebrity out the game, they always do it all the same way. And it's a network of them niggas that work together. That's all in Hollywood. It be lawyers, judges, fitness coaches, you know what I mean? Doctors. It just be a whole network of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? And then when they ready to take a high profile celebrity out because something that they didn't agree with, something that they did, they use that whole team against them. Like any of them niggas could be activated at any time. That's around them. That's why when these celebrities, when they get in there and they become A-list, Hollywood always, not just Hollywood, the industry always supplying with everything. Oh yeah, I got a good lawyer for you. Oh, I got a perfect fitness coach that'll get you right into, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I got a perfect makeup artist that, oh, I got a perfect lawyer that, and they all be connected to the star whackers. That's what Randy Quaid was talking about. That's what Randy Quaid was talking about. If y'all remember those interviews that he did on CNN and all that, talking about the star whackers. And if you remember what Michael Jackson was going through, that goes to show you right there that is a network of them. You heard what Ye said about his personal trainer. Ye said his personal trainer was even in on it, trying to get him committed to a hospital and all this crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So you gotta
Yeah,
think
they
about it. So you gotta think about it. It's a lot of money in Hollywood
you gotta keep a
in the industry.
You gotta keep a close eye out when you got a certain amount of influence in it, when you got a certain amount of influence over the people. So if you the way you keep a close niche on them, a close eye on them, is you supply them with everybody that's part of the same network. That way
Yep.
you can keep an eye out on a lot of
Bunch
people
of
at one time.
agents.
Yeah,
Facts.
you can keep an eye out on people because I'm gonna be honest, they don't really trust if you got a certain amount of influence, they don't trust you. Because they're like, all right, you can go rogue at any time and you could just persuade the people to do something crazy. Like this, for instance, when Nicki Minaj started speaking about the COVID situation, the jab, she didn't really even say nothing about it. She just said somebody nuts swell up or something like that. And look how crazy they came after her for saying that. Like when you got a certain amount.
Nigga, you need to be talking about what they did to Wendy, nigga.
Oh no, I ain't even get to that yet. But hold on.
What
Let
they
me
did
finish
to
this
Wendy
point.
was
Yeah, let
way
me finish this
crazier.
point though. Yeah, but I mean, but I could use anybody for prime
Yeah,
example.
yeah. But
You know what I'm
Wendy
saying?
really got it though.
So I mean, they ain't gonna really trust you anyway if you got a certain amount of influence. I mean, that's just how it goes. So you're gonna be watched all the time anyway. So that's what I'm saying. Like, is it even really worth even trying to be a famous celebrity and all that anyway? You know what I'm saying?
Somebody got to do it.
Is it even worth it?
Well, the celebrities is just bringing the destruction upon everybody faster.
Is it even worth it?
Somebody got to do it though. You can say that about any. You can say that about just about almost any situation. Is it worth it?
Sheesh. Well, I guess it's up to the individual if it's worth it to them or not.
Facts. That's what it boils down to. Some people want the fame so bad that they take all the consequences that come with it.
It's up to the individual whether they want to.
What do you say? I sold my soul to the devil. It was a crappy deal. At least it came with a few toys like a Happy Meal. You heard what Ye said?
Yeah.
Like niggas consciously know what they getting into.
Yeah, you'll just, and some people go through the fire and they just end up like this.
Hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn and everyone, telling me they love me and
you just end up like Justin Bieber at the end. You know what I mean? Lonely. Basically, you know what I mean, the industry turned their back on him. He ain't had nobody to turn to. People he thought that was there that loved him really wasn't there for him. They was just there because they was benefiting off of him. Usher included. Remember, Usher brought him into the game. He the one that went to Canada and I got rights from his mother. You know what I'm saying? To take over his career, take over the guardianship of him. And he ended up effed up, turned out and effed up, bro. So yeah, I guess it looks all good. I guess the apple looks all good until you bite it. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically what the garden represents. You bite that apple, you think it's all shiny and it's all glistening, it's all edible and all that, but as soon as you bite it, that spell.
And the thing is, that don't necessarily have to come with success. People think that just because you're successful, you got to be wicked and evil and all that. That's not true. You got people who actually put in the work and, you know what I mean, and lived a balanced life and wasn't out here doing. Diddy was just out here doing too much.
And I feel like that.
I mean, let's just keep it real. He was just out here doing too much.
And I think it's just different levels, different devils. So it depends on how you going, how successful you want to be, how high up you want to go in that.
Right.
I mean, some people stay at a certain standstill so they won't have to deal with certain doors to walk through. So they keep their career at a certain standstill. It's the niggas that want to go higher, and higher, and more doors open up, and you don't realize it's different devils on different levels. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it depends on how you want your career to go. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you gotta. It costs. It costs to be the boss.
Yeah, it costs. Yeah, everything
costs.
costs.
Yeah, so each level, each door, you go through is going to be more and more expensive as you get further up to the top.
Right.
So I guess you gotta figure out if you
gotta
willing
put
to
out.
pay the cost.
Yeah, it's the more higher up you go, the more you got to put out. Simple as that. No one's going to invest. If you think that industry is just about investing money in you just because you're talented, that's not where they're going with it. The more you put out, you know what I mean, the more higher you move up, the more you hear about them talking about it all the time. Each, you know what I mean, the higher you go up, different doors open up. So, and it requires more of your soul. You know what I mean? It requires more and more of your soul. So that depends on the individual. Some people like to go all out and go all the way. Some people just like to keep their career at a certain standstill so they won't have to deal with that.
You know, the rumor is going around. The reason why Diddy is going through this because of his beef with Diageo. I mean,
I think it's more than just Diageo.
Nah, but people were saying that's what really sparked it because apparently this Diageo company, the people that own them are some very powerful people.
Yeah, they are.
And they were just like giving Diddy like 30, 60 million,
60
a
million
year for each alcohol brand he was selling or that he was promoting. And it's like that these are the type individuals that have money like that. That's just, you know what I'm saying, basically infinite money.
Yeah.
And I guess he thought, I don't know what he thought. He did something that they ain't like, and then Diddy ended up trying to sue them, and they didn't go good for him. It ain't go good. He tried to pull the black card, like, oh, they treating me like an urban brand. But that's literally what he was promoting. He said black man don't own, black man don't drink it. If black man don't own it, then a black man shouldn't drink it. That's what he was screaming for years. So Diageo named him as an urban brand. That's urban. That's an urban brand when you say, you know what I mean? When you make statements like that. I mean, come on. And then they giving you 60 million a year. What the hell are you complaining about? They giving you 60 million a year. What you complaining about?
I think that man ego
got the best
of him. His ego got the best of him, bro.
Hell yeah.
I think he thought he was untouchable. Can I play it? Should I play it again for you?
Yeah.
Shall I mind you, son? Shall I mind you? Shall I mind you?
I don't get it.
Shall I mind you what he said?
60 million a year, bro.
Shall I mind you?
I run this city, send the cops, DA, defense to come get me. If cats wanna leave me for dead, you're coming with me. Call me Diddy. I run this city, send the cops, DA, defense to come get me. If cats wanna leave me for dead, you're coming with me.
Should I mind you what he said? He said he run this city, bro. Send the cop, DA, and the feds to come get him. I mean, he had the key to the city, remember? Given to him by Mayor Adams himself, which is also
that's
caught
his
up.
Homie, bro.
Yeah, which he also caught up in.
He's being investigated.
Right. Now. People from him, his people in his team,
and it's sad. Yeah.
They houses is raided by the feds. They pretty much in embezzlement and stuff like that. Yeah, they
tied up in this Diddy shit too.
It'll all come out. But the thing about it is, people turn a blind eye to it until it's time to bust them. Basically, you know what I'm saying? Like people be turning a blind eye to it until it's time to bust them. Until they, you know what I mean? Until it's time to actually start going in and investigating and busting people. Other than that, they turn a blind eye to it. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I honestly do think it was the Diageo thing because I'm gonna be real with you. They wasn't messing with him. They wasn't messing with him before he sued them. Because you remember Ye just got finished getting blasted for all the comments he was making about a certain community, and he lost his billionaire status, and a couple days later they gave it to Diddy.
Nah.
Show you how fake that billionaire status is.
Not a couple. The very next day
Yeah, it was. It was the very.
I
next
remember
day.
clearly. It was the
Yeah, it
very
was
next
the
day.
very
But
next
we did a
day.
live
Yeah,
stream
as
back.
soon as he,
Yeah, we did a live stream on.
Officially, Forbes was the one that they said, "Oh, Ye lost his billionaire status, but look, we got a new billionaire in the hip hop industry. P. Diddy finally crossed that threshold."
Yeah.
And all right, and
right
after that, Forbes, John, you know what I mean? This was like a couple months later. He's suing Diageo, and then right after that, that's when all these claims and all that stuff come out about Diddy, and people bringing Diddy down. Telling you that company was giving this nigga 60 mil.
Yeah, they was giving 60 mil a year. Yeah, it was 60 mil a year.
You know what I'm saying? You got to think about that. If this company's giving you 60 million a year, they first of all, they got bread for days. Like, that's old money. 60 million a year, that's old money. Like, it's literally like so you got to think who he was dealing with. So he became, the uppity nigger and tried to sue them because I guess he didn't like the way they was handling his Ciroc and his De Leon. So he thought it was his Ciroc and De Leon.
Yeah,
but really it was Diageo's Ciroc and De Leon.
Then they remember they stopped his agave.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they stopped the agave. But they were showing them that it wasn't his agave.
Right. They stopped the agave.
Yeah, they stopped his agave. And if y'all don't know, agave is used to make tequila. And that's what the De Leon shit that y'all niggas was drinking. That's tequila, and you need agave for that, and that grows in a short season. And whatever grows. And if you ain't getting none of it, then you gotta wait till next season. So he was mad as shit because they ain't grow no agave for his De Leon. Because they gave that shit to somebody else. They probably gave it to the Rock or somebody for his tequila. Or motherfucking who else? Or George Clooney and shit. They gave that shit to George Clooney for his or Kevin Hart or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and then I guess him taking them to court and all that shit. Yeah. They powerful people, they got reach in the industry.
Yeah.
Reach. He effed up. I think 50 even said something about that was one of the main reasons of his downfall. Going in on Diageo.
Yeah. I mean, they paying you 60 million a year. Just
60 million, bro.
Just to be the face of it.
Right.
But I know what Diddy arrogance was, because he feel like, shoot, without us, without the black community, you probably wouldn't be even making half of what you're making, because black people are the biggest consumers, right? So his mindset is that he came from that mindset. Like, if it wasn't for me, y'all wouldn't even be probably making a quarter of what y'all making. In his mindset. But they don't care about that. They don't care about that. If you they just move on to somebody else to represent them from the urban community. They don't necessarily need you. You're disposable. And that's what I think they did. I think they disposed him, and they're going to put somebody else on anyway.
Well, they already got somebody else on. Shout out to Ghost Stories for the super sticker.
Who they got now representing them that's Diddy status?
That's Diddy status?
Yeah.
You talking about just specifically for hip hop?
Yeah.
Black community.
Black community.
There's a bunch of niggas that got. A bunch of niggas
but the hip hop, they want to tap into that because that's the biggest market. So who they got that's bigger than Diddy right now? No Diddy.
Oh, you talking about specifically the hip hop market?
Yeah, because I know they disposed him. They took that personal.
I mean, I feel like 50 and Dr. Dre is up here.
They don't want it. They don't want it though. That's the thing, because they already dealing with their own brands that they own themselves. They don't want to be represented. They don't want to represent no company that's not 100% theirs. So they're not going to do it. Plus, they just seem.
I feel like the biggest what's inside the hip hop industry right now is Jay-Z.
But he got his own, so he don't need it.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're going to prop up somebody else to just, you know what I mean, to represent that for them anyway, so they can keep tapped into that market. Because, honest opinion, we know that the hip hop market is one of the biggest markets for the liquor, for any liquor brand. So because they know that's the partying, that's every night the partying, the club scene, you know what I'm saying, that whole ordeal. They want to tap into that. So Diddy, I feel like they took that personal with what he did to them by suing them like that, and and talking uppity though. He was talking uppity, saying that black man don't own that, black man don't drink.
I don't think any of these niggas own these alcohols though. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I think all of them are owned by companies like Diageo or the families that own Diageo own all the rest of the fucking company.
All right, hold on. So is Diageo
that's another thing.
Can't curse.
Oh yeah, my bad.
So is
yeah. But
so Diageo distribution, so they more of a distribution too, right?
Right. That's what they do. They distribute. They got a lot of other. I think they own like a lot of other Johns, like you know, like the Budweisers and all, they own a bunch of it. Like the whole game, the whole alcohol game belongs to them. Basically.
All right, so it's a difference between somebody doing commercials for them and someone that's actually a brand ambassador that's being paid $60 million a year to represent their brand. So that's what I'm saying. Who is the next brand ambassador that, since Diddy's out the way, who is their next hip hop?
Well, you remember they came at, they wanted 50 to do it. They wanted 50 to do it.
But he got his own alcohol.
Nah, even with, they knew he had his own, but they still wanted him to do that too. He could have did both if he wanted, probably.
He turned it down though. He said
he turned it down.
He posted
of course he would turn it down because he got his own thing going on.
He posted that directly on his Instagram page and said, "No, no, I decline."
But the honest truth is, I feel like a lot of all those liquor brands are owned by the same companies anyway. Like they all interconnected.
But I'm gonna be honest though.
Just like the food and the drug companies are all interconnected. So
I'll be honest though, they probably can get any of these squarehead Negroes from the hip hop genre to take on, because I feel like a lot of them gonna be in need for that anyway.
They really need more niggas to sell more alcohol to us though.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't finished drinking yet?
Nah.
I don't even want to drink. Well, I don't drink.
Nah, bro.
I don't even F around. I don't even drink.
Alcohol been around since the beginning of time. It's not going anywhere.
Drink, man.
It's not going anywhere.
You be better off making your own. You be better off making your own ish, man. Making your own drink.
Are you talking about like some moonshine or something?
Yeah, or you can make it by fermenting your fruit and stuff like that. Yeah, you can
I know. Tell them Tony Piper, there's a liquor store in every corner. Liquor ain't going nowhere.
I know.
Even
we know what's going on out here. That's part of the programming right there to keep you.
It don't matter.
Even intoxicated and retarded.
Even if you took every liquor store off the corner, niggas is still gonna find it. Bro, people want to drink. People
for sure.
Beginning of time.
I know that, nigga. We know
drink. And it's all drink is always gonna be here. The drink is always gonna be here. So
like everything else.
It's just that they make it more accessible to the black community by being on every corner. You know what I'm saying? Being available like that on every corner.
I don't even like the vibration. I ain't judging nobody on drinking though, but I don't even like, for myself, I don't even like the vibration of alcohol no more.
Right.
I don't even like the way it feel on my stomach.
Hey man, it depends on what you're drinking too. You could be drinking cheap stuff that gets you. But certain things is good for the stomach, like red wine. Red wine is actually good for the stomach. You know what I'm saying? Certain fermented wines is good for the stomach. So it's not everything. It depends on what you're drinking. Because some red wines is definitely good for the stomach. So I don't know. Maybe it's the malt liquors people probably should need to lay off of. I think more of that malt liquor stuff is more poison than anything, because I think they put different things in that malt liquor, bro. It's the malt liquor. Yeah, it's the malt liquor, man. I think that's messing people up, the malt liquor. Yeah.
Man. Bro.
Yeah.
What messed Diddy up was the arrogance.
Like, can I play it again?
That's what messed Diddy up.
Can I run it back?
I run this city, send the cops with DA defense to come get me. Cats want to leave me for dead, you coming with me.
Diddy ain't playing no game.
Bro, you know 50 is on the writing credits on that John, right?
Yeah, he wrote Diddy's lyrics. Yeah,
Right.
he wrote Diddy verse. That's just the irony in that though. He wrote Diddy verse on that.
So just to let y'all know, 50 wrote that verse for Diddy.
What's the irony on that, bro?
Just saying.
50 ain't no good, man.
Just saying. We just making a quick connection for y'all, just in case y'all ain't know. Y'all could go look it up. Curtis Jackson is on a writing credits.
50 the funny boy, man.
Yo, what in the Yo, that's wild, bro.
50 a funny boy though. You know what I mean? He wrote them lyrics for you. So he, you know what I'm saying? He threw a little bit of his little, you know what I mean, 50 voodoo up in there. You know what I'm saying?
Now we definitely speaking from we don't know if Diddy is 100% guilty. Now I know a lot of people celebrating like you're already guilty.
Yeah.
You gotta go to trial first. Just
gotta go to trial, right? Like we said, we don't know what God got in store for that man. He could walk up out of there scratch free, with all his money and back to all his jewels and going back to doing all the crazy stuff he was doing. We don't know that, or
because Bill got out,
or it can go the other way. Like let me pull this
Robert.
up. I ain't to pull this up.
Go like quick. Robert way. It can either go Bill's way or Robert way. You know what I'm saying? Or Epstein way.
Or
who knows? I ain't, you know what I mean?
Or it can go the way. I said, me personally, I said if he can't, if he's feeling that pressure, I don't even think the brother gonna make it to trial. I could be wrong, and I don't wish, on that, but
here's my prediction. I predicted that he was going to jail before they took him. But anyway, he ain't gonna live. I'd be surprised if he lived past the end of September, because he is a dead man walking. Every record label and executive and Black Rock or whatever corporation that is, they got money offering. First to kill their son is $100 million to your favorite family member's bank account, offshore, overseas, untraceable, 6 banks that way.
Yeah, even Eddie Griffin felt, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. He retained a lot of information.
Right.
Just as much as Epstein. He retains a lot of information, bro, that could put a lot of people away.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. We don't know what they got on them devices.
Right.
I mean, they've been collecting stuff. They basically collect stuff that he was recording for since the 90s. He been recording shit since the 90s, bro. So you no telling who's on those tapes. We don't know who's on those tapes.
Uh-huh.
And you gotta think about it. Like we said, on multiple occasions, the people who locking them up, they gotta worry about if they're on those tapes. Because you see, he was throwing parties for everybody, political figures, everybody.
Well, here's a big story.
He wasn't just doing parties just for the hip hop community. He was doing parties for all of the industry, even from fashion. You know what I'm saying? All of the industry, to movie, fashion, politics. He was the man orchestrating all of the parties. And not just the parties, orchestrating the parties.
Oh,
you know
the VIPs, the VIP
right.
party.
And he got footage of all of that. Do y'all understand how crazy that is? Like we said, go back and watch the movie Enemy of the State. That's how crazy it is.
Media mogul Sean Diddy Combs now on suicide watch in a Brooklyn detention center as he faces damning charges with a maximum sentence of life in prison. Things are getting real. Police arresting Combs last week on charges including racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. He has pled not guilty. Now, the indictment reveals that Diddy organized, allegedly, sex performances known as freak-offs, and that during a March raid, authorities discovered drugs, AR-15s, and excessive amounts of baby oil and lubricant in his home. A lot of people talking about that. Diddy is sitting in this detention center we went and visited this week, where the conditions have been described as hell on earth. New York's Metropolitan Detention Center, known as the MDC. It's notorious.
Man, Diddy. Pity.
Pay attention to the ones that's really quiet right now that's been around Diddy. They wondering if they on those tapes or not.
Yeah, what's up with DJ Khaled?
Yo, just think about it, bro. They are wondering Because
Frenchie
you
Montana,
know, he was
Ricky
catching angles.
Ross.
He had cameras in places that they didn't know cameras was at. Like they
Yeah,
might have knew they was
yeah.
being recorded, but they didn't know how extensive Diddy's footage.
Yeah.
They probably ain't know that nigga had to zoom in and everything. He had AI running his security systems.
Damn, bro.
Basically getting all, you know what I mean? Getting all the feed, all the footage. Yes, and they probably, you know what I'm saying? They probably sit back like, damn, what they got of me on there? Especially if they knew they was doing something that, you know what I mean, that'll collapse their business or their image or possibly send them to jail.
Yeah, then
you know they sitting back
right,
like, oh man, what them niggas got? So they ain't gonna say
got
nothing.
dudes cheating on their wife.
Right.
Why doing gay sexual acts.
Right.
Like he probably got all types of recordings, bro. Just a different things, different positions, dudes, different type of people in there, higher up people, low level people, just people, just people, period.
People that their image, you know what I mean, could be ruined. Like somebody said in here, somebody said that, you know what I mean, it's enough stuff to probably collapse America. Because it's probably some really powerful people. I don't know. Yeah, right. Like you gotta think about it, how far that stuff will affect. It just won't affect the industry alone.
But don't forget, don't just leave out with what you call him just said earlier during that interview with the dude that got somebody on the inside. He said, do you think they might Epstein him? You see what I'm saying? Like they putting it out there. You notice they keep putting that out there. He might Epstein him. They might Epstein him. They still connecting him with the Epstein thing. So, bro, I don't think they want him to make it. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's some very powerful people.
Of course, they wouldn't want him to make it, bro. Especially
they want
he knows too much.
Yeah, they want him. They want him gone completely. Like you can't leave somebody on the loose like that retains that much information and holds that many keys to the people's lives, where he can ruin them. Yeah, I mean, where he can ruin a lot of people's lives, important people's lives. I don't think they want him to live, bro. I think he's like to the point of no return. I think he went so deep into it, no Diddy, so deep into the dark side, no Diddy, that I think he's past the point of no return, bro. I just don't think they want him. You know what I mean? But why dudes like Harvey Weinstein get a pass though?
I don't think he got a pass, bro.
You don't think Harvey Weinstein got a pass?
Nah, I don't think he got a pass. I don't think he can never get a pass. Just look at his condition.
Oh, you think because he's already
done, bro. Yeah, some of these niggas could be already gone.
So, all right,
they can easily just keep bringing the nigga name up in the news, showing old clips, showing old clips of him. The same shit they was doing with Bin Laden, with the Bin Laden tapes. Bin Laden was gone and Ben dead, and they had that nigga on TV every other day.
Yeah, I understand why
with a new video.
R. Kelly might not be, because R. Kelly ain't on that status as a Diddy. So I understand probably why they wouldn't really go after him, because he wasn't at the status of a Diddy.
Nah, he wasn't. He wasn't he wasn't like a
gatekeeper. And
I don't think R. Kelly was a gatekeeper, bro.
Yeah, and R. Kelly stuff he did on his own. He wasn't like a party dude where he had a party of people, like Diddy hosting a party with important people there. And R. Kelly, all the stuff he did was all closed in and pertaining to just him. Like he probably ain't want no niggas around for his own thing. You know what I mean? Like he seemed like that type of nigga anyway that just want to do his own thing. You know what I mean? I don't want no niggas around. I don't want none of these industry clowns none of that around. I just me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And they let him operate like that because they was bringing in mad bread.
Yeah, and then he wasn't involving important people. Diddy, on the other hand, was involving important people.
Well, that's the difference. It's a difference. Diddy is a gatekeeper. Robert Kelly wasn't.
Yeah.
Robert Kelly definitely is a hit maker. He's an artist. Robert Kelly is the artist. Diddy is a gatekeeper of the industry. You know what I'm saying? So a gatekeeper holds they hold more information. Like you said, than someone who's just an artist. This nigga was out here orchestrating.
And the
you
thing
know, the buck party, breaking new booty in when they come into the industry, showing them the rope.
And I know a lot of people like to say Jay-Z next and all that, but let me explain about something. He wasn't as wild as Diddy, like hosting the parties, the freak offs, and Jay-Z probably wasn't into the freak off side of things. He might have did a lot. He might have did a lot of stepping on people. Might have moved people out the way far as career wise, but he wasn't freaking off like Diddy, all crazy. Just wild parties every day, every night. The drugs there, the alcohol there, the pink coquiana there, the Molly, the Jay-Z don't strike me as the type nigga that just even be around that all day, every day, every night. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he ain't definitely gonna let his wife be involved with that every day, every night.
I don't really know.
Diddy
know why people.
Like Diddy was more on the wild side, like more of, you know what I mean, just doing whatever, inviting people to do whatever. It was anything with him. It was everything and anything with Diddy. As far as Jay move a little bit more slick with it. You know what I mean? He a little bit more. He might do some things. You know what I mean? But it ain't involving a whole lot of folks. Diddy always wanted to be around a lot of people. You notice that? He wanted to be, you know what I mean? Like, he got to feel, the way he feel love is being around a whole lot of people. Like, he can't just be with, you know what I mean, secluded, chilling. He got to invite every damn body there just to feel love. You know what I'm saying? Like, some niggas just don't want to be loved by everybody. Some niggas want to just be off to the side.
Well, I think the industry was also using them for other purposes. Because you got to realize he was organizing a lot of things. Like all them parties, parties are everything in the industry because that's
parties
how we make
connections.
Make
deals.
Some of the biggest deals go down there, and sometimes other things go down with those deals.
Right.
You know, so and this nigga was orchestrating that because he had connections in every industry: politics, fashion, alcohol, music, movies. So and sports. So this nigga got all those connections, and he bring those and those. You seen LeBron? Ain't nothing like a Diddy party.
Well,
it ain't nothing like the Diddy party.
Let me distinct the difference of what we talking about here. Diddy got a lot of people, important people on tapes. Jay-Z don't move that way. He don't move to the point where he got to hide cameras and have all these elaborate parties and have people on tape and secret. That's the distinct was we trying to make to y'all that's saying Jay-Z is next. He didn't move like Diddy moved.
Hold on, but
Diddy was moving like
I don't
Diddy was
understand
moving
why
way
saying that.
But listen, Diddy was moving way wild, like way wilder than Jay-Z a move. Like way wild. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't hear the same things about Jay that you was hearing about Diddy. It was like wild shit going on, like a lot of wild things, bro. And the thing is, now they raided his home where they took all them devices and all them that footage. Like, there's still a lot of things on them footages, bro. Like, we ain't even see the half of this shit yet, bro. That's why I say I don't even know if that brother gonna make it to trial, bro. Because the stuff that's gonna be on them tapes that they confiscated. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that stuff they probably ain't even gonna want to get out to the public. So they probably got to comb through a lot of that anyway to make sure certain things don't get out with certain people on them tapes.
I see people want niggas to be guilty all the time. Like niggas want. I feel like in the black community, I feel like success in the black community, you automatically gonna be viewed as a villain. Not saying that these niggas ain't doing this stuff, but I feel like that's like in the black community, period. It's like that. Like people do not like to see other people come up in the black community at all. I noticed that.
Yeah. But
that's what they call it, the crab in the bucket mentality. I mean, if a person ain't guilty, if we ain't got no actual proof that somebody has committed any crimes or anything like that, I mean, we shouldn't be looking at people like they guilty right away.
Nah.
Now I understand why people got they views about Diddy because the tapes and stuff did come out with him whooping Cassie's ass on camera and all. Yeah, I mean, and a lot of other stuff. But then people saying, "Oh, Jay-Z is next," and I'm like, "All right, what did he did that was illegal that'll land him in jail like Diddy that people's been talking about over the years?"
Yeah,
what rumors? Like I haven't even really heard no rumors on Diddy's level. Like
I
the
said,
rumors you
I
heard
don't.
about Diddy, you don't hear about
Yeah, I
those
don't
same
see
type
it.
of rumors. You
Yeah.
hear about other rumors about Jay, but not nothing to where it's like trafficking and all that. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear about none of that, those types of rumors. I mean, to tell you the truth, you haven't even really heard the trafficking rumor about Diddy until recently.
Well,
Before it was just the nigga was freaky and he screwed his artist and he was abusive.
Well,
that's the stuff you heard about over the years.
Well, the stuff about the trafficking thing, that's kind of like
they bending the rules to make things trafficking.
They kind of moving the goalpost on that,
right?
Because they saying transporting escorts. You know what I'm saying? Escorts across state line is trafficking,
right?
In exchange for money. You know what I'm saying? So they counting that as trafficking. Pimping, they counting that as trafficking now. So if you get caught trying to pimp women out or anything, they considering that to be trafficking now. So they kind of moved the goalpost on that. You know what I mean? They kind of moved the goalpost on that. I'm like, look, man, listen, man. I feel like prostitution should be legal anyway, because I don't understand. If a person want to sell sex for money, that's their prerogative to do that. Now, if you want to put some tax dollars on it and you want to tax people for it, then do that. But other than trying to lock people up because they want to sell their body to make money, who is people to control that? Like, that been around since the beginning of time. Who is people to regulate and try to control people's lives and doing that? Now, how you would regulate it, just tax it like any other thing. Make it an industry and tax people for it. You know what I mean?
Well, they using the media so we can weaponize it.
Yeah, make the hoes pay taxes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but listen though, they using the media to weaponize everything.
Yeah.
You gotta understand, people want people to be guilty so bad until they the ones that's up on that screen and people saying they guilty. Like, you gotta understand, like, where we headed as a community, like what they're using social media for. Like, if people was guilty just because the social media said so, we in a whole hell of a lot of trouble.
Nah. They're not prosecuting people in court based off public opinion.
No, but I'm saying it's turning into that because
public opinion
able to bend people's perception through the media to persuade public opinion to the point where it's like they're able to infect the people through social media, their minds of anybody who they want to say that's guilty. They able to say that's guilty now through social media. They able to amplify that. They're weaponizing this shit. Just same thing they weaponize every other system. Just like they weaponize the child support system. They weaponize. Yeah, they weaponize the education system. Weaponize everything, bro. Everything is a weapon. You gotta understand. Like, they weaponize every aspect of our lives, and we use it against each other.
Yeah, it's always been that.
Yeah,
it's definitely always been that.
But that's the bottom line problem, though. That's the shit that need to be addressed, because that's the stuff that causes change. But everybody want everybody to be guilty so much. You know what I mean? He guilty no matter what. The person is guilty, and people love seeing other people destroyed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what it boils down, until they the ones being destroyed. And that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen, because what's happening is they're collapsing everything by us weaponizing our division against each other. And they using social media as a weapon to infect our minds, so everybody would be looking guilty. Just read down comment sections of how negative everybody is.
Yeah.
Like, it's barely no positivity. Ever. And it's like social media.
Hold on, real quick.
To implant that into people's minds, that behavior, those same behavior patterns, and then amplify it.
All right, so shout out to Medusa. She said her cancer is in remission. So shout out to her, man. You know what I mean, for beating that, man. Prayers go out to you continuously. You know what I'm saying? This is good news, and we proud to hear that. I mean, it's in remission. So that's some awesome news. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate you. You know what I mean? You already know. And you know what I mean? Prayers continue to go out to you. Yep. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Yep.
Facts.
Yeah, man.
Man, it's a lot of that going around. because that's another whole live stream of how we are being poisoned through all of our water supply, food supply, air and land is being poisoned over here in America, and a lot of us are dealing with health ailments. I mean, shit, majority of Americans are dealing with it, with some type of ailment because of our environment being so damn poisoned. Like we like we telling y'all, they weaponizing everything.
No, I ain't worried about Isiah cut me off. He just get passionate and about how he's he just that's what he do. He get passionate about it.
No, I was making a point though. The point that I was making was something valid though. You know what? I mean, if niggas don't want to hear this type shit, you ain't gotta hear it. Like niggas can move on. Like niggas ain't gotta hear it, but it's something that need to be said for the people who are, you know what I mean, who are willing to accept this type of message, because this type of message have to be put out there because we are being weaponized against each other.
Yeah.
What's more important than that? What's more important than that?
Yeah, I think everything we talking about on this live
stream what's more important than that than us realizing that we're being weaponized against each other? Because that's the big picture that actually solves the problem. Like once we realize we're being weaponized against each other, then we can take it from there.
Because it's a lot of dots to connect when it comes to speaking the truth and putting the truth out there. It's just not. It's a lot of things a lot of puzzles.
Sometimes I hate talking out here.
Hold on though.
Because of the ignorance.
Nah. But
because of the ignorance, and it's like
it's not just that though, because you can't just give people the whole truth. Like the truth has to be put together like a puzzle. You know what I mean? So it's increments here and it's increments there.
Man, that shit been put together.
You know what I mean?
Time's running out on that.
You know what I mean? Nah, it's not.
That's why we talking about. That's why we able to have these conversations now.
It's not all together. That's the point. The truth is still scattered. It's not all together. If it was, then it would be easier for people to understand that.
No, it's together. Just some people are conscious of it and some people aren't.
It's scattered though.
No, because but it's still there. It's just people aren't conscious of it.
We're never going to know 100% of it. We're not.
Well, I'm not talking about that type of. I'm talking about the weaponizing how we treat each other out here.
Yeah,
I'm talking about that part. They're using that. They're using that so we could be weaponized against each other while they take over.
Yeah. But who's they? The 1%?
It starts with the 1%, but it's really all of us. It's everybody.
There you go. Everybody's playing a part in this, right? Everybody's a character playing a part in this, right?
Right.
Yeah, even us on social media, even y'all in the chat, everybody playing a part in this situation. In this, you know what I mean? Because
I'm just getting out the way. I'm putting the message out there, and I'm getting out the way. If niggas want to take each other out, let them.
Let's be honest. Everybody's playing a part in the way this system is being ran completely. Because whether you directly in it or indirectly in it, you're still playing a part in it, regardless. Directly or indirectly. Some people not. Some people. It depends on if you're conscious
all
of
the
it.
Time.
That's the thing. You got to get to the point where whether you are conscious of it or not, because some people's not conscious of it at all. That they actually playing a part in the system. They not conscious of it. You know what I mean? When you become conscious of it, then you're able to be aware of the moves you make and how it affects people, period. Simple and plain. That's just how it is. So everyone is playing part. Everyone is playing a part in this regardless. Everyone is powering this system the way it is regardless. So are you conscious of it or are you not? Simple and plain. As far as Diddy's situation, hey man, we supported this man music for years, so we kind of played a part in this a little bit because we ain't taking full responsibility of it. You know what I mean? Because we ain't know all that where he was doing or like, you know what I mean, behind them closed doors and all that. But we did support this man music over the years. You know what I'm saying? All the hits
I was supporting that nigga's music. I ain't know any of that stuff. I ain't know he was doing any of that stuff.
But it don't even matter. It don't even matter
because way
because
earlier in the early 2000s, late 90s,
people
mid
were still
90s, early
before
90s.
R. Kelly, when he was knowing that P tape was out there, people were still rocking the R. Kelly music. You know what I mean? So,
well, they saying Diddy sales went up, like his streams, his streams sales and all, everything went up.
Yeah, they going.
And that usually happens.
Right.
When
Whether
niggas
he
go to
did
jail or when they
or
get unalive.
Yeah. Yeah, they go to
Just to go to show you, negativity is what keeps this world running.
So yeah, man, I just feel like that what's happening to that man is he's being met by his own fate. That has nothing to do with anybody else but himself. And look, listen, like we said, we don't know what God got in store for that man. Like I said, he could walk up out of there scratch free, or he can go to jail for life. Like, we don't know. That's between him and his maker. You know what I'm saying? I ain't judging the nigga. I don't have the ultimate last judge on this nigga life, so I ain't judging him. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing I'm gonna get across. I ain't judging this nigga.
Well, I mean, that's the point that I was making. People, that's all people do is judge.
Yeah, I ain't the nigga judge.
Until they in the seat.
I don't have to say so over this nigga's soul and where it goes and where it doesn't go. I don't have
the guilty seat.
I don't have that say so. So I ain't judging the nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but social media makes it a lot easier to judge. I tell you that. They starting to make the opinions on social media very powerful because it changes people's perception. It really does. We gotta remember, you know what I mean, when somebody get charged for something, they supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. Not saying that Diddy's innocent or guilty, but that's the process. That's the process that's supposed. You know what I mean, he's actually already being treated like he's guilty, and then everybody's like, "Oh yeah, he's guilty." You know what I'm saying? Some of the stuff, yeah, a lot of the stuff he probably did, but what if it was some stuff that was made? Like a lot of y'all was saying y'all don't trust the witness, that woman that just testified, or not testified, but brought allegations against him in that press conference, saying that he did this and did that. You know what I mean? Y'all saying that didn't sound right. So we got to be able to discern like the stuff that he actually did, opposed to the stuff that they just bringing in there just to bring him down because he effed up. Yeah, I mean, he effed up with Diageo or whatever, and they don't, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is niggas gotta discern and keep a balanced approach when it comes to the judgment. What most people don't probably even understand what I'm saying right now, because balance is just something that's just been going from society for a very long time.
Well, that depends on the individual, man. I mean,
but
it depends on what you balancing out. You could be balancing out a whole lot of damn things. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm talking about balance as far as judgment when it comes to, yeah, I mean, as soon as a nigga get into the guilty seat,
right,
it's like 100%. He did it. He did everything they said he did. You know what I'm saying? Without no trial or nothing.
Well, only thing we know.
The only reason why I'm talking like this is because I'm thinking, like, imagine if you was in that seat and you know you ain't do all the stuff that they claim you did, but that's what's going around in the media. Who want to be in that situation?
Right. True.
But I think it's meant for a lot of people to get in that situation just so they can see.
Right. That's why I say I ain't judging that nigga, bro. I don't have a final say so of that nigga. You know what I mean? Of his sentence or where his soul go. I don't have that power, so I ain't gonna put myself in that position where you know what I mean, and be in that judgment. You know what I'm saying? Placing that judgment on that nigga. Hey man, it trust me, things work itself out. Things does work itself out. So eventually. Damn. But we will see the outcome of this trial. Definitely. But we know he ain't gonna be going to trial till sometime in 2025. I know that. You know what I mean? And him being in that condition that he is in that prison, and he got to make it to 2025 in that condition, I don't think that brother gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. I know his lawyers is fighting hard to get him moved because they need that bread. They don't want nothing to happen to that man before trial start. So they want to do everything they can do to protect him. If they got to get him moved to another jail, they're going to try to do that because they don't want to lose out on this case. Them lawyers are sitting up there thinking about how they going to be able to milk this damn case, and they don't want nothing to happen to that man. And to be honest, I don't even want to see nothing happen to that nigga in there, though. I'm going to be honest, bro. I think he needs to go to trial and face all that shit he going to face. I don't think the easy way out is to just check out. That's the easy way out. You know what I'm saying? The easy way out is just to check out. Nah, I think his ass need to be healthy and ready for that trial. You know what I'm saying? Healthy. So whatever his lawyers got to do to move him to a different jail, get him in better conditions or whatever, or make better conditions for him in there, whatever they got to do, they definitely should handle that. Yeah, that's the easy way out though. The self-delete, yeah, that's the easy way out. I mean, the best thing for him to do is just say F it. I'm gonna plead guilty to some of this stuff, man. Just keep the money, keep the bread, bro. That way you can keep the bread, you do your time, and you can keep the bread and make sure your family good. Like whatever they got you on, whatever they actually got you on, just plead guilty to that shit, bro. And then that way you can save your bread. He ain't even got to worry about putting all that money out just to end up in jail and broke. Where his family, where his kids out here can't eat. Because it seemed like their legacy would be ruined because of this nigga, bro. It's like, how would they even be able to work and do all that with their name attached to that nigga? You know what I'm saying? He get convicted and all that shit. It's like, how would they even be able to maintain? The kids now I'm talking about. Because everywhere they go, they're going to just be reminded that their father's in jail for, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. What's y'all thoughts on this? Make sure y'all comment below in this comment section. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button on this video. And share this live stream if you can. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, people, I mean, you got to think about that too. Like, his legacy is his children. But then he got that thing attached to him, which is still going to be a part of their lives because they're going to be reminded of it everywhere they go. Any interview they try to do, any job they try to, you know what I mean, they try to get with their careers or any of that, they're going to be reminded that P. Diddy, Sean Puffy Combs, is in jail for such and such and such. And that was their father. You know what I mean? I'm just hoping that his children are able to actually branch off and do their thing where they won't have to be affected by that. And actually have careers where they don't have to be affected by that. Yeah. All right, man. I guess we've been on here. Please make sure y'all come over here and support 90dayherbals.com. You know what I'm saying? We got everything you need on here as far as your skin, your hair. You know what I'm saying? If you want to detox yourself inside and outside, you know what I mean? We got detox for everything you need. For y'all that, into the CBD, we got high quality CBD. We do not grow our CBD with any type of impurities or sprays or none of that. Everything is naturally grown over here. You know what I'm saying? From the pre-rolls to the CBD cigarettes, to the vapes, to the loose flowers, you know what I'm saying? To the topical stuff, the pain bombs, the lotion and the soaps. Yeah. The body butters, the soaps and body oils, everything on here. Yep. So make sure y'all come over to nightandayherbals.com. 20% off. Just put the coupon code in during checkout. You'll see that at the top of the website. Yeah, man. This definitely was a fire live stream, bro.
Make sure y'all smash that like button if y'all haven't already. Smash that like button. And if y'all first time coming to the channel, make sure y'all subscribe. Yep. You know what I mean? Welcome. Click that notification bell.
Shout out to all the new subscribers too, man.
So y'all know when we go live, y'all get that notification.
Shout out to all the new subs. We got like 5,000 subs in 2 days. So shout out to y'all for coming through and recognize the channel fire and subscribing and all that. You know what I'm saying? So we feel blessed by y'all. You know what I mean? Being able to tap in with us.
All right.
Because we definitely will be covering this Diddy trial. If he make it to trial, God willing, he make it to trial. You know what I'm saying? And
right, we don't want to see nothing happen.
I don't want to see nothing happen to that nigga, bro.
Plus, he got some names. I want to hear the names.
Yeah, he got some names. I want to hear the people.
If he got names, we want to hear the names.
And that, bro, he already going through enough. I don't want to see that nigga do nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he already facing what he facing, bro. Like, what more you want the nigga to do? He's facing the time.
He might have names.
But the names, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it's any other people involved, you need to talk. You need to spill that. Yeah.
Well, I guess that's what's making it dangerous for him right there.
You know what I'm saying? And the Tupac trial coming up, and I guess October. So we will be covering that as well. So make sure y'all subscribe to this channel if you ain't subscribed to this channel yet, man.
Thanks.
That Kim Porter book, I think that joint unauthorized. I don't think that joint real. I think that joint kind of like just based off of like stories being heard and things like that. I don't think it's 100% authentic.
There's some people saying it's a journal, and some people saying it's a book, right?
Yeah, no, some people saying it's just like a memoir, like a memoir.
Yeah,
I don't think it's 100% authentic. It's some things in it. Some things in there probably couldn't be true, but we can't confirm or deny it because we, like you said, none of us was there, so we don't know what's true coming out of that damn book.
Right.
Now, I don't know. I might just order the joint anyway and make content out of it. That's up to y'all if y'all want to hear it. You know what I mean? Because to tell you the truth, I'll just upload the whole goddamn book audio style and just let y'all listen to that joint.
Chat GPT wrote that joint.
Chat GPT. You know what I'm saying?
They use Chat GPT and they wrote that
memoir. That's what I'm thinking, bro. I'm thinking that could be Chat GPT book. You know what I'm saying? Y'all forgot it's AI out here, right? Y'all forgot AI out here controlling a lot of this shit too. So a lot of that shit in that book written could be written by AI as well. Because all you do is program AI to write a story about such and such and such and this and that, and it'll write out a whole book. So mind you, AI generated as well. So I don't really trust it to be. Now I'll be sure so that thing ain't 100% authentic, but a lot of things I'll be saying be kind of choppy though. Like he want to speak out, but then he don't speak out. So it's like, all right, it's kind of choppy with him. Until he fully sit down with somebody in an interview, I don't know who the hell he would interview with. Somebody, you know what I mean? But until he sit down and put a documentary together or a movie or a book or something where right now everything is like a mystery with this nigga. You gotta figure it out. He's talking in this type of code, and you gotta figure it out. Like, it's a lot of things choppy with LB, man. I ain't saying the nigga lying or nothing. It's just it's choppy. It's too
He's
misty.
probably talking like that to protect himself.
Yeah. And I understand that. And the thing about it, he might not talk until Diddy is fully convicted. Because like you said, Diddy can end up getting out, and then you're like, oh damn, I done said all this. This nigga got free. I don't know what can happen. So he probably trying to still kind of protect himself and people around him. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, yeah, man.
Could be a possibility.
Right.
I mean, a lot of those celebrities talk choppy like that.
Right.
They be talking without talking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Orlando Brown be doing a lot of that. He talks really choppy and talks really, but I mean, if you really listen to what he's saying a lot without saying it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he came out and said a lot about Diddy, so.
Yeah, but he wasn't there like smack dead there. Like, he was there, but indirectly there, but he wasn't there. Like, he wasn't around like them parties that, you know what I mean? He wasn't in those VIP parties, bro. I don't know if he might have showed up to a surface level Diddy party, but he wasn't at no VIP Diddy party, bro. He might have heard some things though. Like, he been around a lot of people that might have heard now Orlando Brown, I could say that he been around people that been probably in the VIP Diddy parties, but he wasn't directly in there himself.
Nah, Diddy was taking minors in those parties. Remember what Usher said? Man, I'm only 13, 14. I ain't supposed to be at these parties anyway. When we gonna record?
The club joints. Yeah.
The parties do be going down at the clubs.
But I know, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that ain't too far fetched, according to how people were saying. Like, we gotta deal with actual people, like you said, who been there. I mean, Usher was actually there. Flavor can't.
He sat down with
he was there
with Willie D. Anthony Allen said, okay, Christopher Williams sat down with Willie D. You know what I mean? Interview. I watched that whole John. You know what I mean? And yeah.
Only go by receipts of, like you said, people who've actually been there, actual video footage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just putting the pieces together like that. I mean, Usher was saying that Diddy was taking him to clubs that it was, you know what I mean, he was too young to be in.
Yeah.
So no telling what else. You know what I'm saying? Why would you have a 13, 14-year-old with, and then he was hanging out with Bieber. Then he was hanging out with Bieber for 48 hours.
Drop that link though, real quick, to the people in the chat. Just in case y'all missed that Justin Bieber Usher video we posted earlier. I think y'all should go watch that. I'm gonna post the link in the chat.
All right.
Y'all gotta go watch that. John. Yeah, I gotta find that. I gotta find that full interview.
For 48 hours. Yeah, I got
that full interview.
I ain't got legal guardian over him, but yeah, I mean, I got him he's with me for the next 48 hours.
Because Usher said he told Diddy, like Diddy told him, like, you gotta relax. Told Usher that he had to relax, and Usher was telling him, look, man, it's been a whole week and I ain't recording nothing yet. But instead, you keep taking me to parties, like, I mean, the clubs. 13 years old. Now he's saying he was 13 years old. He said, I ain't even supposed to be in these clubs anyway. That's what he said. He was telling Diddy. So I gotta find that whole interview with that. Because they kind of chopped that up and mixed it in with the Howard Stern, John. I need to hear that interview he did alone where he was talking about Diddy taking him to clubs when he was 13 and all that. I like, that's crazy, bro.
Well,
yeah.
So it wouldn't be far-fetched if Orlando was at a Diddy party or a club or whatever. That wouldn't be far-fetched.
All right, let me drop this link to this John, so y'all can go check that John out, man.
They let the kids in the. I mean, was Aaliyah at those parties back in the day? Wasn't she underage and young? Like,
I don't know.
Niggas been having those freak off parties. You heard Gene Dill talking about those freak off parties back in the day.
I don't know. we seen her at the one at the Hamptons, but we ain't never really see. You know what I mean? Like
right.
The joint with them all laying on the bed and all that. Like that's. I don't know if that was the freak off party or not. That was probably like just
I
the
don't
surface
know.
level party.
You never know.
I don't think there's no pictures. I don't think there's no pictures from the freak off joints, bro, that got leaked.
Right.
I think all the parties we've been seeing with Diddy been the you know the
surface level Jones. They ain't
level.
party.
I don't think he allowed cameras and shit or cell phones or none of that shit inside the VIP joints. I think he had access to all that shit, bro. Because I don't think
only his footage, his personal
only
footage,
his.
his
I don't
personal
think
connection.
I don't think he would run the risk of somebody else bringing their stuff up in there and recording with their phones and all that. I don't think he would risk that. So I think all the stuff they found on Diddy was just all the stuff that he accumulated. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now some of these other niggas probably got their own footages or their own thing. But I don't think Diddy would allow somebody to come in there and tape his thing. You know what I'm saying? And have access to that where they can sell. I don't think he would let that happen, bro. Because that's if it's very important people on there, I don't think he would allow people to come up there with cameras, bro. Because it's too risky for somebody that's not him to come in there with cameras and phones and recording devices. I think before niggas go up in the VIP joint, they getting patted down. They probably can't get in there unless they naked. Because remember Chloe, remember the video I posted earlier in this Justin Bieber video, Khloe Kardashian specifically said, I showed up to the party and half of them in there was butt naked. And she said that on her reality TV show. She said she showed up to the Diddy party and half of them in there was butt naked. So I don't even think you probably can get in that VIP party unless you stripping down butt naked. Because a nigga ain't gonna trust you. You gonna think you're gonna have a listening device on you. You're gonna have a hidden, you know what I mean? And it's too risky for you to be up in there like that with some important people in there and participating in those type of activities. So it might be a VIP moment where you gotta actually go up in there butt ass naked, bro.
I don't
bro. I mean, unless you stripping and patting down everybody that come through there through that VIP, you know what I mean?
That mansion party that Cat Williams was talking about.
Hey, like I don't
all
think
them rooms.
Hey,
that sound like the party that Cat Williams was at.
Let's just think about all the parties you heard in the industry. Nothing got leaked. So I don't even think they allow you to come up in those type of settings with anything on you, period, because just in case something might get leaked. So we haven't seen anything get leaked from any of those private VIP parties that everybody in Hollywood be talking about. So it's obviously they not letting people just come up in there any type of way. You got to come up in there and probably get stripped butt naked and get searched because they don't want to take that chance. Because we haven't seen anything leaked from that shit yet. And they saying it's been years. These parties been going on for years in the industry. And we haven't seen nothing leaked yet. I don't know. Y'all tell me in the comment section, man, what y'all think, man. That's just my own take on it. I don't know.
It's a lot of footage that they got.
Yeah,
they confiscated all his devices because he been having those parties. It seemed like he partied every day.
Yeah,
when he wasn't working, he was partying or working and partying at the same time.
Every day, bro.
That's crazy.
Well, his work was the partying was part of his work,
right?
Because he was allowed to sell a lot of dilly on through the parties. Gotta think about it. His alcohol business boomed because he was throwing those type of settings. You know what I'm saying? People buying cases of that shit, bro. So his parties was part of his work too. People ain't realize that. They think that nigga was just partying just to party, but nah. Now the VIP parties, that's some other shit. That's some, you know what I mean? That's his whatever they, but the parties, surface level parties, him partying all over the cities and everywhere, was part of his work because he was selling a lot of his alcohol through that. You know what I'm saying?
Out there, he was organizing a lot of business too through those parties.
Right.
Yeah, he's doing a lot through the years. So yeah, definitely partying was definitely part of his work. Facts.
Nigga said some of that smut. Give it time. Some of that smut gonna be leaked. Yeah, it probably is. Probably after the court. But see, they like to make documentaries and stuff out of like the remaining stuff of that. You know what I mean? They be making movies and documentaries out of it and all that. So we might get a glimpse of some of that stuff, and we might not. You know what I'm saying? We might not see any important people on them, John, because I don't even think they won't even want that footage to get out.
I mean, what would be the reason of a man owning that much baby oil?
I'm thinking like some type of drug distribution cover up or something, bro.
What, baby oil?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's like some type of, if that much baby
Oh,
oil.
it's probably
like
something embedded into the oil. You saying?
Yeah, either into the oil where he was able to actually get that oil custom. Yeah, if they test it, I mean, they'll find out if they test the oil. You think I'm pretty sure they might
gonna test that oil.
Yeah, if they tested it and they find out, because I'm thinking like, we'll possess a nigga to own that much oil unless he maybe distributing it under and hiding it under something else, or is something actually in the oils when people rub it on. You know what I mean?
And petty minds is thinking that he's just using it all for lubricant. Like, come on, man, ain't that much using that for lubricant in the world.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like, all right, if they all in a party greasing each other down with that,
come on,
niggas
bro.
is getting high. Niggas is getting high through the oil. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But people thinking that it just, you know what I'm saying? It's just for lubricant. Nah, that much oil, it has to be some extra going on.
I'm thinking like either the oil itself got something in it, or they're using that oil as a distribution to hiding under something else. You know what I'm saying?
Straight from the crib, huh?
Straight from the crib, bro.
Straight from the crib. Distribution straight from the crib.
From the crib, bro.
Niggas don't even gotta be living like that.
Y'all think he spiked that oil?
He's running some type of operation over there if that's the case.
Hey, y'all think he spiked that baby oil? That's what I'm thinking. That's what I first thought.
And they call it gravy oil. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I first said. Actually, I said that on the live stream. That's what I first thought when they said he had all that oil, all that baby oil there, 1,000 bottles. I'm like, why would he need all that? But I'm like, damn, then is it drugs in the oil? Is it drugs in the actual oil?
That would be
I'm thinking
that would be a very innovative way.
Or and bro, you gotta realize if you living in California is like one of the main places where people demonstrate with new drugs or how they make new drugs in labs. And California is like one of the main states where they actually labs where they make new stuff all the time, bro. They come out with new type of drugs all the time.
Don't forget about Miami. Don't forget about
Miami,
Florida.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. The new designer drugs.
Designer. There you go. New designer drug. Exactly.
Yeah, that could be some type of drug that they dealing with the baby oil.
But the thing is, listen, the baby oil at Diddy's home could have been used for that. Maybe it wasn't nothing wrong. Maybe it wasn't nothing tainted about the oil he had at his house, but he was planning on but he was planning on using that oil that's at the house to, you know what I mean, for the new designer drug. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if they test the oil and there's nothing in those bottles, there's nothing in them oils, then that just means it's just gonna look straight like baby oil. But like I said, if they making new designer drugs and they using baby oil and all that,
it ain't get to the lab yet.
It ain't get to the lab yet. It just was there. Diddy was just holding the oil until it got transported. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know, y'all. Don't know.
That's definitely plausible though, because they do move designer drugs and regular drugs like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Because
they do get innovative like that. Look at Cheek and
listen,
Chung Smoke. The whole
I don't
truck
think
was made out of weed.
I don't think Diddy would have that tainted oil at his house. So I'm thinking that the oil by itself was just there until it was moved to where it gotta go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's what I'm
definitely
thinking. Because he's not gonna want to. I don't think he's gonna want to risk that being at his 1,000 bottles of that being at his home with drugs in it. I don't think he's gonna want to risk that, bro. So he might have just been holding it there until, you know what I mean, until it got to the place it needed to go. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what y'all comment in the comment section below when y'all hear this back on a replay. Let us know what y'all think. Until then, man, y'all get our natural body oils. We got natural body oil. We don't deal with none of them Diddy oils. We don't have them Diddy oil. We don't have no Diddy oils. We got natural body oils. You know what I'm saying?
Diddy oils.
We got the natural.
No
we got
Diddy.
natural body oils. Egyptian, amber. You know what I'm saying? African gold. Natural body oils. No Diddy oils over here. None. 9 Day got natural oils, natural soaps, and natural oils. We don't deal with no Diddy oil. We anti-Diddy oil over here. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas became detectives on this stream though at the end.
Right.
We about niggas moving shit through the oils.
All right. All right. Yeah, tell them Medusa, no Diddy oils. Hashtag no Diddy oils.
Niggas,
you know what I'm saying?
Don't be like niggas out here investigate, doing our own investigating, talking about the oils and shit.
Yeah, because
being
for him,
infused.
because why would he have 1,000 bottles of that at the crib?
Yeah,
That's
that is sus, bro. Nobody does that.
That's distribution, bro. That's not
Fact.
just 1,000 bottles at the crib just to be having 1,000 bottles. That's distribution at this point. You know
Well, that
what I'm saying?
technically would be considered trafficking.
Trafficking.
Right. I mean, that definitely would be considered trafficking if that's the case. But they were talking about the that people was dealing with that pink stuff too. That's out there.
Yeah, pink about to say pink oil.
Pink Coca-Cola.
All right. Don't be like what Dad say.
What's up? You got that Diddy oil?
Nah.
Got that Diddy motor oil too.
No Diddy oil.
What kind of oil is it? Diddy oil. Diddy oil them down. What's up? You got that Diddy oil?
That nigga said he got the Diddy motor oil.
No Diddy oil.
No Diddy. No Diddy. The Diddy motor oil.
No Diddy oil.
Yeah, man. But we appreciate y'all, man. We gonna get up off here though.
Facts.
Catch y'all on the next live stream.
Smash that like button if y'all haven't already. Shit, we up out of here, man.
And on that note, yeah, man. All right, y'all. Peace.
Do you have neurological pain, chest pain, heart palpitations, headaches, brain fog, anxiety, insomnia, fatigue, and abdominal discomfort? With all the environmental disasters and contaminants plaguing our land, water, air, and food, we need something to counteract all the pollution that is making us sick. This is where zeolite comes to the rescue. Millions of people have been using detoxification supplements to remove harmful toxins, pollutants, heavy toxic metals, as well as to balance pH levels. Lower the risk of risks like cold and flu, support the immune system, and improve nutrient absorption. What is zeolite? Zeolite is a volcanic ash that forms over time when ash and lava react with alkalized water, resulting in a compound with a very strong cage-like structure and a negative charge. Zeolite is one of the most fascinating and powerful nature remedies available. Great to detox and balance your body. Health benefits of detoxing. The removal of excess heavy metals can improve overall health. Detoxification helps balance a body's pH levels. This product provides 30 capsules, 1 month supply, ships within 3 days. Purchase now at Night and Day, netmarket.com, and haven't been evaluated by the FDA. We do not claim our product cure or treat any ailments. Please consult with your medical health care provider to see if Zeo Aid will be right for you.
Push the button. Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn